Check, a check, a check, a 1, 2, checking the mic. Poop, poop, pee, pee, bing, bong. Pee, pee, poop, bing, bong, that's it. All right. Little Game Grumps reference. There we go. Okay. Let's get this going. What's going on, Internet? Uh, JV Villanueva. I'll make a house in Minecraft like a mansion with pool and beautiful no sleep. Okay. You're using a lot of Q's for A's. That's hard to read. Seems to be your thing, though. Alright, let's just see if YouTube is going to figure its stuff out. There we go. Just want to double check that Twitch is going. Twitch is good. Alright, guys. So, last stream we did on Friday. We did a lot of streaming on Friday. It was Halloween stream. You know, we got a lot of stuff done. We got some sponge. We got a whole bunch of other stuff. So today, we're gonna hopefully use that room and start doing some redstone. Sorry for some of you. I did look this up last night. So, about a third of the world does daylight savings time. And, oh, hang on a sec. Come on, Minecraft, you can do it. Don't crash my computer, please. Hang on, hang on. Okay. So, I don't know if I froze for you guys or not. Probably not, but I'll just start over. But basically, yeah, we did a stream on Friday. We did 2 streams on Friday for like a total of like 8.5 hours, which was pretty cool. Okay, I am lagging like crazy. What is happening? You good, computer? You plugged in? You doing okay? Let me just check my render distance here. We'll tone her down a little bit. There we go. So yeah, we did a stream for Halloween. Went really well. We emptied out this entire room. For those who are kind of new here, like Mr. Fedora in Twitch chat, this whole base is underwater. And with 3 sponge and a prayer, we were able to get this thing going. So, yeah, we emptied all this out. We got some sponge. Our super smelter is in full effect. And yeah, we're gonna keep it going with some redstone machines today. The other thing too is we do have all these new villagers, which is great. I do want to hopefully try. What the heck happened to this dude? Sir, that's not how you use a bed. Are you good? Look at this guy. Sir, Baba Yaga, it's not Halloween anymore. You gotta get out from underneath the bed. Anyways, yeah, no, so what we need to do is we need to start working on, he ain't using the bed's using him, yeah, pretty much. Tucked him in. You put my homie face down in defense mode and then my turn. But yeah, so the plan for this area, as I kind of mentioned, is to do a bunch of the redstone farms. And the reason we're doing that is because over here we have our fancy crop farm. Eventually this won't all be wheat, but you know, eventually what the plan is to do like carrots, potatoes, beetroot, and wheat. But we're just trying to get a little bit of a I don't know, backlog of wheat, if you will, just so that we have it for our cow farm and whatnot. We did end up with a bunch of skeleton horses, so that's good. I know it's skeleton. I like saying skeleton. It's fun. So yeah, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 skeleton horses. And so we got Rip Clop 1, 2, 3, and 4 instead of Clip Clop. You know, Rip Clop, get it? But yeah, so today we're going to tear out all this bamboo and make proper bamboo farms. I'm thinking maybe like 2 or 3 rows of them. And we'll hook them in to this chest here, which powers the super smelter. And then there's a couple other redstone farms I want to do. I want to do sugarcane. I want to do pumpkin and melon. I haven't decided if I want to do any of the like sweetberry farms or fox farms or anything like that, but we'll see. And I want to plant a few more trees down here because we were able to actually fit spruce trees, which was not something I was expecting to be able to do. I made the roof higher in this section because I wanted to plant oak trees. And turns out I can fit full-on spruce trees, so that's way better because we use spruce pretty much everywhere in this build. And also, I just like those trees better. So, that having been said, this guy is ruining my vibe right now because I need to sell iron to him. He's really messing with my plans here, my guy. Oh, this one's doing it too. What the heck? Why are they doing that? He's like, oh, well, if my homie's going to do it, then I'm going to do it too. We're going to stick together. Oh, dear. Okay. Well, let's start off. What up, Jeeves? We got Jeeves, we got our cats. I've been really slacking on feeding the puppos this season, so let's go feed the dogs first. Oh, the iron golems must have pushed them all in here. I'm actually kind of missing a dog right now. Where is he? Oh, there he is. That's a good boy. Here, we'll bring you guys over to the other room because we have way more room over there. Let's go, puppos. Give you some room to stretch your legs a little bit, hang out with the skeleton horses. Just no eating the bones. That's something we can't be doing. What's up, man? Finished your streams all night. Or no. What's up, man? I watched your old streams all night and just finished season 1. Really excited to start season 2. Oh, thank you. I think you were the one that commented. You might have been. I'm not sure. But someone commented over the weekend saying that they were starting at episode 1 and going through it. So, yeah, no, thanks for checking it out. I hope it doesn't, like, lull in too many places. Like, it was live, right? So it's not like I did any editing or anything. But, yeah, no, I'm glad you're on Season 2. Season 2 was a lot of fun. It's a lot longer than Season 1, so it's going to take you a little bit to get through it. But I just want to check OBS because it's kind of yelling at me. It's saying I'm not giving enough bitrate, which is strange because I absolutely am. But we will check that out. Here, I will bump this up to that. And I don't know. That's already at 9,000. I can bump it up a little bit. Here, hopefully that doesn't, like, break anything, but YouTube seems to be yelling at me saying I'm not giving enough, it's yelling at me saying I'm not giving enough bitrate, but I'm going at the recommended bitrate, so I don't know what the hell it's talking about. Yeah, that was me. You're amazing, and I like the unedited footage. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm still pretty new to streaming, so, you know, if I make any mistakes, feel free to let me know. But I've been playing Minecraft a long time, so that should amount to at least something. Can you buy again? You can't. You're the stonemason. You still can't buy. Wait, oh, did I? No, I didn't. Well, whatever. Let's see. Is this chest full? It is. Okay, I think we need to start by just making a chest. Or, well, here. Let me break down one of these, or, well, both these barrels. Yeah, no, Chromarinth, thanks for checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. And, like, watching the VODs, too. It's been kind of cool seeing people, checking out the VODs, like, after the fact. I do watch the analytics pretty closely. So it's nice to know that people are, you know, going back and enjoying it and you know, watching it. Let's see here. Let's... Gotta deal with my hose. Damn hose. Mo money, mo problems. Okay. So, I guess the first thing is, if we're gonna make a bunch of bamboo, we need to make a bunch of mud. Because that's kind of the only way I know how to make these that's, like, semi-efficient. So let's start by breaking down all the bamboo, and we'll throw it in one of the barrels. Don't worry, we have lots of bamboo, so worst comes to worst, if this, you know, for whatever reason I lose all this, I don't see why I would. We do have backups at the original house, so let me do this. And it's a good thing that we got a bunch of glass. Because you guys, I don't want you to be this. No, you're gonna be this. No, you're not gonna tell us what to do, Dad. Okay. Yeah, so what we need to do, I don't know where that came from, but thanks, Glass Jesus. We need to make some bottles. We do have a little bit of glass in here. But yeah, we need to make bottles so that we can turn all that dirt into mud, and then we'll mine it back up and kind of lay out how things are supposed to be. So let me get some bottles going. There we go. And what we can do, since we have our Silk Touch pickaxe, is we can temporarily, you know what I will do, just so that it doesn't get super messy. Well, sorry, but I'm going to start season 2 so I can catch up with the stream, so I'm going to leave you in now, but I'll be back. Alright, have fun. There's like 24 episodes, so you're going to be a little while, but yeah, no, I appreciate the support, man. Like, really, like, that's awesome. That's really cool to hear. So, good luck. And I'll see you when you get caught up. Okay. So let's toss this stuff in here for now. And we can get the bottles going. You know, pop a bottle. Let your body waddle. Don't act like a starving model. You just hit the lotto. You know, little Eminem and I think 50 cents on that song. Can't remember. But yeah, so what we need to do, which I know is kind of not ideal, is we need to get this turned into mud. Because unfortunately, we don't have a mangrove place yet. But we also haven't explored very much in this seed, so... I feel like once the redstone farm is, like, complete, we'll start working towards, like, exploring new areas, because we definitely still need slime. We still haven't seen a trial chamber either, which is, like, kind of throwing me off a little. Because they're pretty easy to find. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever actually, like, went out looking for them, like, they're basically everywhere. I read a statistic, or no, I heard a statistic, sorry, from Dream's stream the other day, where he basically said, like, you're almost always 400 blocks within a trial chamber, so I don't know if that's true, but we'll see. Random hardcore guy, hey, what's up? We are making mud. We're playing in the mud today. No, we're making a bunch of redstone farms today. At least that's the plan. We're going to do that, and then depending on where we're at for time, it is grocery day. Well, grocery day is usually Friday for me, but we were kind of busy last Friday, so unfortunately I didn't get any. And I know it sounds weird saying I was busy because I ended up doing like 8 hours of streaming, but We just had a lot of stuff going on, like, in our personal lives on Friday, so unfortunately, we didn't get groceries, so might have to go do that at some point today. It's hardcore. Yes, it is hardcore. It's X Minecraft X. I remember in high school, there was this video. It's still on YouTube. It's really funny. And it's called How to Be Hardcore. And it's this random dude putting on like a... I don't even know what accent it would be. I guess it'd be like Swedish or something accent. Like a fake Swedish accent. And is Monday and you're 14? Okay. Yeah, so this would have been like way before your time. But yeah, no, he basically showed like how to dress like a hardcore like scene kid, like an emo kid from like the early 2000s. And his nickname he gave himself was Sinister Masturbates, because the lead guitarist of Avenged Sevenfold is Sinister Gates, and so he's trying to make like a parody of that. And he'd be like, "No, don't smile in hardcore. It's not hardcore to smile. You have to be mean, and you have to have a grimace like this." He's just like making fun of the whole scene. You gotta wear like, he's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta wear studded belts, not one belt, not two belts, but 3 studded belts." And just like, by the end of it, like he really did look like a scene hardcore guy, but it was just funny for him to like interpret it the way he did. But yeah, no, you should check out that video. It's really funny. It's just some like random dude in his bedroom was like probably like 15 or something. Okay, that's a lot of mud, but I just for, you know, sake of argument, I'm gonna turn probably till the end of this row into mud at the very least, because we will need at least 2 of the rows for bamboo, but we're also gonna need sugarcane too, which you technically don't have to use mud for sugarcane, but it does make it a little bit nicer for the minecart underneath to grab it. So we'll just go to the end of the row anyways. We're making mud because we need to make a bamboo farm and a sugarcane farm. And using mud is, in my opinion, the better way to do it. Basically, because mud isn't a full block high, I know it's kind of weird to say, but I can kind of show it actually. So I don't know if you can tell, but mud, when I walk, see here how I drop slightly? It's because mud isn't technically a full block. You can see if my Y coordinate there, 47, see how it says 46.875? What that does is it allows blocks to be pulled through it by a hopper. So if there's a hopper underneath here, it lets items pass through it. And like that's been in the game for a long time, but when they added mud, it was just like a much more convenient way to do it, because you could do it with like soul sand and stuff before, but it wasn't great. But now we have like a dedicated block for doing that. So what I'm gonna do, I need to repair that actually. Let's go shopping. We'll repair my shovel, and then we can start working on the farm. These guys are all already asleep. I did mention this at the beginning of the stream, but we did start daylight savings time here in Canada. And I know about a third of the world does this, but basically, you're alive now. Fun. Basically, in Canada and a lot of parts of the world, they do daylight savings time, where in the fall, they actually turn the clock back an hour. And you're Australian, okay. Yeah, they turn the clock back an hour to give you more daylight, because like winter's coming. And so it was originally a thing for farmers back in the day, so that they'd have more daylight hours for harvesting crops. And then in the spring, you do spring forward, where I don't remember when it starts. I think it's March or something, but we move the clocks back up an hour. And it's all of this is just to make it so you have more daylight during the day, right? Like, for example, like when I've been streaming lately, like it's been dark basically until like 8 o'clock. And right now, without daylight savings, it would be 8 o'clock and the sun is just starting to peek out. But it's now 7 o'clock for me. So that might affect stream times for a few of you, depending on where you live, if you guys practice daylight savings or not. But we'll see, right? I know a few people watch from Australia. I know a few people are from New Zealand. The only ones I'm really worried about are people from the Middle East. Because I don't know... Hey, Wembu! Haven't seen you in a few days. Because a lot of the countries in the Middle East apparently don't do daylight savings time, so I might be starting an hour earlier for them. But we'll see. I genuinely don't know. So we'll just have to figure it out as we go. And hopefully it'll, you know, not be too early for people. You got sick? Aw, sorry, Wormboo. Hope you're feeling better. I couldn't watch since I can't open my eyes. Oh no. That sounds like pretty serious. Hope you're okay. Everybody send some love to Wembu. Okay. So, how are we gonna do this? I basically need this area. I wish you're better, purple guy. Yeah, Wembu, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a few people in Twitch wishing you well. Just so you guys know, I do stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so you might have to look at the chat that's actually, you know, on the screen, not the one that's like the live chat for YouTube or Twitch, just to like see all the messages. But yeah, basically I can show you guys how this is going to work exactly. Let me just keep the mud here. We're going to need some wood. I don't know why those are in there, but sure. I will also need... why are my lights flickering? That's so weird. I think what it is like in the morning, everybody's getting ready to go to work and stuff. And so everyone's using like hair dryers and whatever. And it's like, it causes the lights to flicker in my apartment. It's really, really strange. Okay. So, I'm trying to think. I guess for this, using a chest minecart is probably faster than a hopper one. So let me see if I still have those chest ones, because I replaced them before. And I'm also going to need redstone and a bit of gold for powered rails, which I actually hope I still have. Okay, good. I sold a bunch of gold when I was low on emeralds, so that's why I was like, crap, I hope I have that. Okay. We're good. So, we'll Scooby-Doo ourselves back into here. And we can set up our collecting of bamboo. So the collection is going to take place actually at this end because I want it to end up in this chest up here because that's kind of where it needs to go. And then eventually I want to rewire it so that when that is full, it actually starts putting it into the item sorter, which is right here at the top. So basically it'll go to here, and then eventually when that fills up and backs up enough, it'll start filling up to this. But for now, I'm more focused on getting the super smelter fueled rather than getting like a backlog of bamboo. The other thing, which I guess I can build it in here somewhere, that's fine, is I want to turn the bamboo into... I want to turn the bamboo into the bamboo blocks and then into slabs because that's more efficient for fuel for the smelter. What is this room for? It's for farming? Yeah, so Wembu, this is the new farm area. You can see our crop farm over here. The bit of Halloween decorations left up from last stream. But yeah, we have an automatic farm here for crops. This will eventually be all the crops. Right now it's just wheat because it's kind of all we need. We only have cows, right? So makes more sense. But this room is going to be for planting trees, which I found out we can plant spruce trees, and it's going to be redstone farms. So right now we're just setting up the bamboo farm. And to do that, what we're going to do is just a quick little demonstration here. I can parkour my way across here. So we will make some rails. Really? It's rail? Weird. There we go. And we'll get some powered rails. We're definitely going to need those. So let me kind of throw this down for a sec, and then I'll explain. I guess it kind of only has to just go back and forth. So we could, in theory, do this, and then let it go down to the end. Yeah, let's try that. I've never done it like this before, but I think it'll work. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That actually worked out perfectly. Awesome. And then, yeah, eventually what'll happen is there'll be a hopper underneath, probably here. You know what? We'll have to probably put them here. That will lead and hopefully be able to push using dispensers, I think, into that. And it'll fuel everything. So let me make some redstone torches. And we can quickly dig underneath here. And we'll throw a redstone torch there, which powers that. There we go. And we can do one more here. Jeez, my lights are flickering like crazy today. It's all the ghosts. Damn ghosts. Yelling at me to play Minecraft better. Okay. And now we can stick this guy on. So hopefully that'll just start going back and forth. Yep. And then we can, I guess preemptively, this is probably a smart idea, to start throwing the hoppers down. So here, we'll get this going. Because basically it needs to be able to unload all the bamboo. So get this guy to stop for a sec. Don't bounce, don't bounce. There. Alright. Because the only thing that sucks is this one needs to remain powered. So this is going to take a little bit of finesse. But what we can do is go like that. So they all point that direction. And then I don't think this is powered. Let me check. If I put one here, is that powered? It is. Okay. So I might have to be sneakier about this. I think what we can do is put it here. That, I think, will solve the problem. So we'll do that. That'll stay powered. And what about this? Yeah, okay. That'll work. So we can attach that again. And then with these, we'll make it so that all the items will pour into these hoppers and out this way. So I can actually start ripping this apart, I guess. Hopefully these guys won't be too big of an issue, but I think I already know the answer to that question. But yeah, and then what we do is we can cover all of this with mud. And then hopefully this guy will stay out of the track. There we go. Yeah, so he needs to get the hell out of here. I don't know why he's doing that, but here. There we go. And so the plan is to, let me just fill this in. Hopefully keep any more delinquents out. There. So now what we need to do is we need to make sure that an observer, or well, here's the thing. So we need a piston to be on this level so that it breaks the second piece of bamboo. So like what the plan is to like, basically this is going to be all glass in front of here. And then this is where the bamboo grows. This is where the piston is going to be. And then I left a row behind it just in case I need to do some like redstone finagling, because this is a pretty long, like, you know, a long path. And I don't know if I'll need repeaters or anything to like repeat the signal. But we're going to just start building it, and then hopefully that just kind of works out. So what I'm going to do is just kind of dump this stuff out for now. And I will plant some of the bamboo just so we have a little bit of a test. I'm not going to do it all the way across, but some of it for now. And so what we need is pistons and observers and just like a bunch of redstone. So we can buy redstone, not a big deal. But what we will need to do is make a bunch of pistons. So I have wood, I have iron. I think I need cobblestone, which I'm actually kind of low on. But one of the farms I might make in here will be a cobblestone generator, which will hopefully mitigate that problem. Okay. I'm just gonna grab all my redstone for now, just so I have it. Take a couple of those. Take some of the iron. Let's see here. That's probably fine for now. So let's grab some wood. And hopefully that should be everything, right? Pistons. Yeah, so we're gonna need a bunch of these. So they're gonna be basically this way facing out. So I wonder if I can just like, there we go. Just kind of start filling them in. There we go. And now we need observers. Which of course needs quartz. Which I have a bunch of quartz. I'm not super worried about running out about that, but my only issue is I don't have cobblestone right now, which is a weird thing to say, but yeah, no, we're pretty low on cobble. So let me see what we can do. Just redstone. There. Do that for now, just because that's all we have. And I can't remember. I can never remember. Yeah, so I need to. Here, I'll just use the cobble for now. this is a little platform for me to get on. There we go. Oops. Yeah, so we basically need to make these observers facing outward. And so, quick test, if I break this... Okay, so it does send out a signal, but it doesn't reach everything below it. But if I do this... then what should happen is when I break this... Great! And then it busts all that out. So for now, we'll just kind of grab it. But... let me double check if I have any more glass anywhere. But that's essentially the whole farm. We just need to repeat it all the way down, and then I need to build it 2 or 3 times to make sure it builds up enough fuel so that some... Yeah, so we might need to go grab some sand, actually. Oh. It's a little bit here. Not supposed to be in there, but glad I found it. Yeah, so we got lots of iron, so I'm not worried about running out of iron. But we'll do a little proof of concept before we go. So... just a little something like that. So that when the pistons do break the bamboo, it doesn't go flying everywhere. There. And then, yeah. So basically, here, I have bamboo on me so I can show you. When we throw this on top of this, it breaks. And then as the minecart runs by, it should grab that. Right, that's why it doesn't work. I'm an idiot. Okay. So this actually can't be a chest minecart because it doesn't actually collect anything. So that should have landed in here. Yep. So that's not a huge deal. We can fix that. I was like, why don't I just use a chest minecart? It'd, you know, collect things so much faster. That would be why. Sorry, guys. It's still a little early in the morning for me, so... you know, those mistakes are bound to happen. There we go. You know, that's why we test things before we build the whole thing and then have to tear it all apart again, so... so I'll just kind of... oops. Okay, I didn't realize that would break. So, why are you not moving? Oh, because this isn't a block anymore. There we go. So yeah, we'll do that. And there we go. Patch that right up. And we can fill this back in. And just so that we can tell that it's working. Shoot. Well, we had some bamboo in there. So let's see if I throw this back on and toss that on. There we go. And so... this, here, we can just do this to pretend like, hey, like it just broke a bunch of blocks. So toss a bunch of bamboo down, you know, all along this area. And as you can see, it fell right through the mud. And then check right here. And when the minecart comes back, there we go. So yeah, looks like I can do like 3 or 4 What's that? 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay. It's better than nothing. What we can do actually to improve that is I can actually add more hoppers in along this row here. That will... Here, I'll break that to stop it for now. Make it a little bit more efficient. That one might actually need to stay. You know, this is why we do the R&D, guys. And let's make a bunch more hoppers. Because we're definitely going to need these. There we go. There we go. We got 10. That should be more than enough. Yeah, so... do some of this action. 2, 3. Make sure they're all facing the right direction. These ones all face into these ones. And then put that back on. Except don't do that. There. Perfect. There. That should be fine. So I'll fill this back in just so nothing is uneven. And there we go. That's basically a bamboo farm. I will extend the glass to the ceiling eventually, but right now we don't have a lot, so... but yeah, that's basically it. So what'll happen is once it collects here, right? We need to get everything up and into that chest. And I learned semi-recently that if you put a dispenser into another dispenser, it actually shoots the block into it. So all we need to do is get a dispenser to shoot into that chest, and then we need a series of hoppers somehow to get the bamboo up and into here. And you know, there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can make like dispenser towers and whatever. I don't know how those work, but I do know how bubble columns work. And so what I'm thinking is we build all of the stuff that converts the bamboo into slabs kind of in this little area here. We'll dig it all out because like that doesn't need to be there. That doesn't need to be there. You know, all this room underneath here doesn't need to be here. Hey, we got a 10 out of 10 on the T today, guys. We're killing it. I'm good. Or I'm glad. Sorry, I'm good. Sit there. I'm the best. But yeah, basically I want to do an auto crafter from here. I might have to look it up briefly just to see how it works. Just because I haven't done that in a little while. But basically, yeah, it'll turn the bamboo into bamboo logs, and then turn the logs into planks, and then the planks into slabs. I might not do slabs. I might just leave it as planks because that's kind of more helpful for me in case I ever need like building materials. But for now, we can keep it like that. And so let's see here. How many pistons can I make right now? Oops. Here. Make it all consistent, whatever. Since apparently I'm using cobblestone for this. There we go. I'll throw some torches up. And let's go make some more pistons. And then we'll plant more bamboo, we'll make more observers, and everybody will just have a grand old time. The only thing that's making me nervous now is we are out of cobblestone. So, I'm gonna have to do something about that. And we're also out of sand, so maybe we should go mining for a little bit. Just gonna make a chest here and drop off a bunch of random stuff. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. Silk touch shovel. We can. There we go. So that'll be good for us getting sand. And oh, did I not fix that? That should have went off. Yeah, I forgot to. There. So yeah, when this breaks, and then hopefully this will get picked up. Yep, there it goes. It went that way. Now it's on its way back. And then all of that bamboo should end up down here. So in order to finish this, I'm going to need cobblestone. I basically have everything else. But what I also need to do is have a quick little bio break. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be right back. And we'll head out and go on a little bit of an adventure. Not really an adventure. We're not going too far, but, you know, something. Let me make a little safety hut here. There we go. All right. I'll be back in just a sec. Okay. Let's get that back up and let's continue going on with the stream. So, let me just dig myself back out here. And we gotta feed the puppos. Okay, let's do this. So we're gonna have a quick nap and then we can head out. This guy needs to get out of my bed. I don't know why the villagers insist on using my bed, but this seems to be their MO. There we go. So let's head out. We'll grab a bit of sand first, because that's, you know, pretty easy to grab. I love how I had like 7 boats at the beginning of this file, and now I can't find a single one. Just left them all everywhere. But yeah, let's go grab some sand from our little sand pile that we've been taking it from. And then we'll grab a bunch of cobblestone. And then we'll head back and finish up the farms. So, actually, a little childhood story. So when I was very young, I must have been like, probably like 5, 6, around there. We used to go for hikes a lot. With just me and my sister and my other sibling actually wasn't born yet, but we went out to the Great Lakes a lot with my mom and dad, and there was these big like sand dune pile things on one of the beaches, and we'd always go and like climb them and like, you know, tumble down them and play around on them and, you know, wrestle with my dad and whatever. And like, it was cool because like my dad was paralyzed. He was actually in a wheelchair for the first like 1 or 2 years of my life, and then kind of relearned how to walk again with a limp. And it was one of the things he could do. He could climb up the sand because it was nice and soft, and it was like surprisingly easy for him to get up there, even though he had only just learned to walk again, like maybe a couple years before. So it was cool being able to do like a physical activity because like my dad couldn't really like run or anything after his accident, which, you know, obviously probably sucked for him. Luckily his main interest was cars and like being a mechanic and stuff, so it didn't stop him from driving. But yeah, just a fun family memory. Actually, where we used to go, there was like these big sheer like stone cliffs, I guess you'd call them, or like an escarpment, I guess. And water would seep through the walls there, just like naturally from like underground and like filtering through from the Great Lakes because it's fresh water. And you could actually stick your water bottle out, and because it filters through the rocks, the water coming out of it was like super clean and full of minerals. And it's like, even to this day, like I still have not had like better tasting water than the water that came out of the ground there. It was nice and cold because it passed through like a bunch of like really thick and like heavy rocks. And like you check your water bottle and like it was like clear as day. Like it was the cleanest water you could possibly have, and then you drink it and you taste all the minerals, and it was so good. Even when I go back home and like try the water there, it's just, it doesn't compare anymore. But a lot of people would be like sketched out to do that, and I was like, no, like even to this day I'm like, no, like it naturally filters it through the ground. Like you don't need to like boil it or anything. It's just clean water. I'm not sure if it's still the same. It's been, you know, several years since then, but yeah, no, it was really, really cool. I don't know why Twitch sends me notifications to watch other Twitch streamers while I'm in the middle of streaming. It's like, yo, go check out Ludwig's stream or his VOD or whatever, and I'm just like they've done both. Like right now, it just sent me a message like, hey, go check out his VOD. I'm like, I'm live. Like, why are you asking me to go do that? But yeah, Twitch is weird, man. I still don't get, like, for example, like when I first started this stream today, I had more people watching on Twitch than YouTube, and now there's one person on Twitch, and all the rest are on YouTube. So, I don't know what's going on with that, but hopefully my Twitch viewership will go up soon. And we can get affiliated on Twitch, which would be great. Jesus. Everyone and their mother is trying to get a hold of me right now. Yeah, great. Zellers rises from the grave. Just like, I have an app that I used to use to do, like Bitcoin and stocks and stuff, and I haven't been using it because I don't really have the money for it, but it's like, yeah, like, you know, invest in Zellers. I'm like, you mean that place that has no physical locations anymore? Like, why would I do that? That's pretty good. Swore I heard a witch for a second there, but I guess not. Okay. We do have the allays here, too, so we'd need to do something with those at some point. But I think for now, we'll head down to Y16. Because if you guys don't know, Y16 is a really good spot for finding iron. And while we don't necessarily need iron, you know, any extra iron would definitely be helpful for selling for emeralds. You know, suffering from success right now. We're actually about to use a bunch of it for all these pistons, so... You know, could be worse. I actually need cobblestone, so maybe I'll switch that. Usually I grab stone, because you can sell stone to stonemasons for emeralds. I think it's like 16 per emerald. But right now, we need cobble, so I will grab this. I was going to use torches, but I like putting torches in my offhand, but since we're using totems this season instead of shields, it's a little bit of a different situation. I did want to look over the weekend on how to turn my totem into like a little version of my Minecraft character. So I might work on that today. Actually, I have a few goals I want to do today, so I don't actually know how long I'll be streaming for today, but we'll see. I do want to get the bamboo farm going. I do want to hopefully get a sugarcane farm going. It's the same setup, it's just you plant a different crop. But my plan is to hopefully get the bamboo farm going, and to a point where even if we don't get the auto crafter stuff set up today, I would like to at the very least try and get just it working and being able to like transfer it over manually, so I just have fuel for the smelter. The auto crafter stuff, I don't actually know how that all works. I did it in my single player file, but I used like kind of a tutorial for it. I just like watched a short while I was working on it. So I might need to look that up on my phone while I build it. So hopefully that's not too distracting for you guys, but once we do that, we basically have infinite wood. So, kind of worth it if we do it like that. You know, it's obviously not wood I want to build with necessarily, but it's wood that we can use for, you know, any other means, like making chests or fuel or just any other recipe that needs planks that get consumed in the process. You know, lecterns, things like that. So it's definitely worth it to grab. I just know auto crafting can be a bit of a pain. That's really dangerous looking. We're actually going to need a lot more cobble than that, so we'll just keep going and grab a bit more. Normally I'd love like a big open cave system like this, but honestly I just want to strip mine, so it's making it kind of annoying. Like normally I'd be jumping up and down like, yeah, this is a great cave, but it's like, it is, but for what I need it for right now, it's not. but that's okay. We'll just keep collecting a bit more cobble. Oh, make sure the 3 likes today, guys. Appreciate that. If you haven't checked it out yet, I did actually post a couple shorts this weekend. My plan is to, in the near future, I want to use the weekend to post highlights from during the week to sort of promote the stream. But because we have, you know, 2.5 seasons worth of content already, I'm kind of going back and finding highlights from previous streams. And, you know, including that. And then once we get kind of caught up and I can't find any more clips that I would consider, like, you know, decent highlights, then what we can do is, you know, at the end of the week, after I do my 5 or 4 or whatever streams for the week, I can, as funny things or weird things happen, I can write it down, and then it'll be easy for me to just post a short on the weekend to kind of promote it. I did finally find the clip I was looking for of the Ender Jesus. So that actually got a lot of views this morning. I haven't checked it in a little bit, but it was steadily growing, so it was actually growing faster and faster, which is exciting to see for a video when you upload it. The fact that it's not only gaining views, but it's getting views faster by the second. So hopefully that's working out, but if you guys want to go check that out and leave a like on it, that would definitely help out the channel a lot. Just to put it in perspective, like that short alone, I gained 7 subscribers this morning, so it's not a small number. We're actually chugging along towards 5,000 subs, and I'm hoping I hit that before I go back to full-time work. But we'll see. Well, the problem is like I want to throw away like granite and stuff, but I'm like, well, yes, but by doing that, you're not actually like storing any back at the house, so maybe you should keep it. That's okay. Hey, 4 likes, we hit the goal. Thanks, guys. And we're up to 10 viewers already, so that's great. Not bad for a Monday morning. Again, sorry about if the time is slightly different than usual, but we are in the middle of... Well, not in the middle of, but we did daylight savings this weekend, so... we had to roll our clocks back by an hour, so if it's a little bit different time as to why I'm streaming, chances are you're in a country that doesn't do daylight savings, and that's essentially why. Okay. Oh, redstone. So let me do that. I'm gonna make a bunch of pistons because we're gonna need them. There we go. And guys, this is why I don't deal with you. Get out of this block. Yes, I am trying to give you a spot to get up. Like, why do you guys all go in the exact same spot? Okay. Let's throw our sand in. There we go. Get that cooking. And why don't you have fuel? That's strange. I'm starting to suspect that something is wrong here. Interesting. Guess I'll leave it. Not sure why that's happening exactly, but not the end of the world, I suppose. Okay. So we have that. I can actually use stone and fill this in. Really? Grr. Come on, I must have more stone. Yep, there we go. And I'm definitely going to need a torch back here as well. There. Pop that in. Do that. And lay down all our redstone. There we go. And now, let me grab this and this. Get a bunch of observers. A bird's that's fine, actually. We'll end up using them anyways. Okay. So we'll lay down the rest of our observers. Now, the thing is that, you know, redstone signal only travels so far. And so the problem is that because of how long this is, it might not, like if something, say, if the signal that trips is like, say, way over here, it may not necessarily trigger the pistons way over here. So that's why I want to make 2 of these just to kind of make sure of that. There is sort of a way around it where I can use repeaters. But I just honestly don't want to mess with that right now. I can always go back and do it later. But right now I'm just going to build kind of the basic one so that we at least have, you know, bamboo pumping out and collecting. Because I'd rather us at least start collecting now than, you know, hold off for that. But there we go. The farm is done. I just need to grab glass. And there should be in here. There we go. And just kind of fill this in. I'm going to leave the end here open just so I have somewhere to get in and out of still. But fill this in. Again, eventually it'll go to the ceiling, but for now it doesn't really need to. And there we go. So just to kind of see how we're doing. You know, this guy decided that he wants to do whatever the heck he feels like. There we go. So yeah, we have a bunch of bamboo already set up here. I'll just toss that in. There we go. Just got skeleton horses everywhere, no big deal. And then yeah, so eventually, when one of these grows past that point, so hopefully this one, it'll trigger, it'll break a bunch of the bamboo, and we'll be in business. The good thing about bamboo as well is it doesn't need water, but sugarcane does. So the only difference between the farms is that underneath this row of stone here, you just put water instead. So that's like literally the only difference. And so this farm was 4 wide, so 1, 2, 3, 4 is basically where the next one's going to start. I'll just kind of lay out a row here for now. And basically we just need to repeat the same farm twice. The only thing that kind of sucks is we don't necessarily have a light source right now. Okay, so watch. There we go. Picks it all up, drops it all off. So I don't know how much light bamboo needs to grow exactly, but it seems to be growing fine the way it is. Eventually what we can do is we can replace some of these glass blocks with glowstone, and that'll solve that problem. But for now, let's work on the second layer. So we can start digging all this out. And then that should be enough bamboo, because like that's the thing, like we don't use the super smelter all the time. And so all the time that we're not doing it, it'll just be passively filling with fuel. So right now, because we're smelting sand, like obviously it's gonna burn through the little bit of bamboo we've already thrown in there. I kind of like already expected that. But eventually we'll have so much of it and it'll turn into better fuel that it won't be a problem anymore. I actually kind of like having this here. This little flap. Okay. So what I can do is figure out where I put all the mud. Yeehaw. Mud. There it is. Knew I wasn't going crazy. Or at least not that crazy. So we'll fill this in. There we go. And then let's go see if I have any stone lying around. Again, I don't know why every villager and their mother needs to go over here, but hopefully I have some stone, and there we go. And we can fill in that top row. Okay, everyone's going to bed. Good. Yeah, so some of this is not growing, which leads me to think that it's a light issue. I can grab 3 glowstone, which might actually be enough. Oh, whoops. Thank you, sir. You're a gentleman and a scholar. Grab some glass along the way. And let's see if I can hopefully... Here. Fix this a little bit. So... Yeah, it's a little dark right here. And how far down is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can you get out of the way? I'm trying to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it on the 8th or is there 8 spaces? Yeah, it's on the 8th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There. That's actually pretty good. So that'll hopefully help the ones that are struggling a little bit. Okay. So we got that built. What we can do now is toss that down. We can go grab our pistons. And just kind of do a little bit of this action. Doot. Grab some more supplies to make more pistons. Do I not have any wood on me? No, I got some. We got iron. Bit of redstone. Should be good. Pistons. That's a lot of pistons, actually. Here. I don't want to waste it all because I don't know how much, how many observers I have and how many I'll need. What was that? 1, 2, 3, 4 more? Oh, that worked for some reason. There. There we go. And so now I just need to lay down pistons and redstone. Or no, observers and redstone, sorry. Might be. Okay. So the redstone's going to need to go there, which I think I did on cobble. So let's do that. That's kind of frustrating, but whatever. There. Skeleton horse, please don't. Wait. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's the other one. I was like, is one already trapped back there? Okay. Get that all fixed up. And just get our observers ready. I don't know why the skeleton horses are insisting on coming up here, but here they are. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more observers, it looks like. Yep. Do I have all the stuff on me to make observers? I don't. I need cobble. Gobble, 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 gobble. Oh, I'm actually like kind of low. Well, at the very least, why can't I spell observer today? Jesus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At the very least, we'll get the bamboo farm done. Mob pathfinding trends uphill. Yeah, I remember reading that. That's why in the last file we had like 100 chickens and stuff all on top of our house, and they just never left. There's just like chickens and cows and pigs and everything on top of the mountain. Here we go. And let's grab some bamboo. There we go. And our Fletchers are going to love this. We have like an unlimited supply of sticks now. Great. And so now the question becomes, so here's the thing. I made it so that the minecart for this one was just rolling back and forth. But now I sort of need to change it so that it collects both. So what we can do is, well, there's two options. I can either make another one exactly the same and then just connect them at the end right here with like hoppers, which to be honest might actually be the better way to do it. Or I make it one big loop. Let's do it this way because I don't want to worry about it getting weighed down and getting stuck. Because what can happen is if it picks up too much bamboo all at once, it actually gets weighed down, and then you can't, you have to go in there and, like, push it again or, like, take the bamboo out of it if it doesn't drain fast enough. So let's do it this way. I think this will be a lot better a method. Here, I'll throw a torch down so you guys can see. Here, I should actually use this. Replenish some of that cobblestone for later, because we're going to need the same kind of farm for sugarcane as well. Alright. The only issue is I don't know how far I need to go. Oh, well, that solved that answer. Hopefully that didn't just let in a bunch of water. It shouldn't have, but keyword shouldn't. Yeah, we're fine. I can fix that later. Okay. So we'll do this just so that the skeleton horses stop getting up there. There. And so now, where are all my minecarts? There we go. We need that. We need that. We'll make our hopper minecart for collecting everything. And then I need redstone torches. There's some. And powered rails. And get some sticks. There. I know, puppies. Don't worry, your house is the next build project. Don't worry. Okay. Oh, I actually still need blocks. So let me grab that. Definitely gonna need hoppers, but just until we sort out where everything's got to go. Yeah, so if I'm correct, we should be able to bust through this wall and hopefully not break anything. Yep, no, we're still good. Okay. I wish you guys would not be here, but apparently you've decided that you live here. So let's start by going this. 1, 2, 3, or well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know I'm counting it differently every time too. I'm aware. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just don't know how much of this is gonna take. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would mean that this becomes a powered one. But what if I put it here instead? And then put one here. And then what we need to do is we need to make a bunch of hoppers that lead into these hoppers. sure what happened there. I heard bamboo break, though. Let me grab this. And I can make a few chests, but I don't think it's going to be enough. There. Well, maybe. I didn't realize I had those on me. Let's give it a shot. Alright, chat. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll just do this. Because it doesn't need to be there. And I can actually throw all these down. There we go. Throw down that. And that. One more. There we go. And then this one might need to change, but we'll see. There. That's what I need. 3, 6, 9 hoppers, it looks like. Let's see if I have any wood put away anywhere. I might actually have some here. No, but I do have cobblestone. Let's see here. Let's head over here and check our wood situation. We got a couple chests, which is, you know, the end goal. Wait, you're not supposed to be there. And there. I don't know if that's enough. It actually might be, but we'll see. I'd prefer all the villagers stop messing with all my doors. It's gonna be real close. I think we actually have enough. I don't want... Here, I want to see, will this actually still go? It won't. So, what about you? Yeah, you'll still go. So, that's fine. Save those for later. And I can even do something like... Gotta love making things in compact spaces. Jesus, complex spaces. It's not even words. Okay. So we'll get that going. Can throw our hopper minecart down. Can't even speak today. And so, yeah, that should be fine. I just don't want villagers coming down here anymore. Maybe I'll do that, just to kind of prevent them from getting over here. And we can patch up the floor a little bit. Really, I'm one short. Oh well, what can you do? Yeah, just straight up, I'm one short. But anyways, there we go. So now all I need to do is patch that hole and throw in a bit of glowstone. And we should be ready to go. That's basically the bamboo farm done. At least that section of it. So here, let me grab that. And... trying to think if I need anything else here. I guess not. Yeah, I should actually block that off. Because we all know that they're just going to wander into it. And yeah. So we need to... that. And then, so this is where it's all going to come out of. So this actually should have a bunch of stuff in it. There we go. Great. That's 5 stacks worth of bamboo. So we got a bunch of cats running around now, too. Oh, right, glowstone. That's what I was going to get. So here, let me drop off our extra building supplies. We're still going to need a lot of this, so that's why I'm not tidying it up initially. And we need emeralds, which I'm going to get by probably selling the sticks, right? And then we can use glowstone to light this up. And that should basically be it. So now we have an infinite fuel source, albeit not a great one. But it doesn't have to be that great if we're not using it 24/7. So what I'm going to do is grab all this. And we can turn it into sticks. There we go. And I don't know... Is that a Fletcher? You're a Fletcher. Well, I can afford one at least. Get at least the most problem area. What else do I have I can sell? Technically, I could go harvest wheat, but replanting all that is such a pain right now. Here, what else do I have to sell? Oh, I can sell iron, duh. There we go. Yeah, no, you guys should be ready to go. Perfect. And I'm actually going to... You're still not restocked, huh? Why not? Yeah, someone took your block, it looks like. Yeah, no, that's not yours. If only there was a golem for planting. Yeah, no kidding. There. Yeah, for some reason... That dude doesn't have a block anymore. So maybe in the morning I'll break through it and see what's going on. Just kind of make them match. There, so that's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I don't think I did that one, so I think we are good. I'm a little confused as to why I keep hearing bamboo break. Because it shouldn't be, but... Here, let me investigate this a little bit. Yeah, let's see if it... Yep, definitely picked it up. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. I keep hearing bamboo break somehow, and usually that only happens if the light disappears, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But these villagers are now cut off from their main path. They have to go all the way around. They're not recognizing it, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, part of the game, I guess. Here, let me get some caffeine in my system. You know, caffeine work makes the dream work. Okay. So, Rich Boy actually needs to be repaired a little bit. Honestly, like most of my stuff needs repairing a little bit. But we can move on to stage 2 of the plan, which I want to do is make trees. So what I'm going to do is... That's probably fine. Trees are going to go along this wall. Well, here's the thing. In my head, I pictured it like, so I'd have those 2 bamboo farms there. I'd have trees here. And then I'd have sugarcane back here because I don't need as much of it. So I was going to make it a little smaller. And then I was going to put pumpkin and melon along this wall. But what I'm thinking is sort of switching it. So I was going to put trees over here, but I'm thinking maybe I'll put them on this side instead, where I had them before. I think that might actually look a little nicer. I did not know I had that on me. Good to know. Yeah, here. Let me attempt to use a bundle like a big boy. Here we go. There. My wife would be so proud of me. Okay. So that's all tidied up. Let's make it on this side instead. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we'll start it like here. I'm just gonna plant a bunch of trees, like so. This won't take like long at all, but okay. So I wanted path of at least 3 wide. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, that's perfect. Actually, did I? No, I didn't do this right. Dang it. It's supposed to be here. Because the branches only stick out 3 from the trunk at the furthest point. So by doing it here, I should be able to grow a big row of trees that we can use for getting logs. And I know we just went through the whole thing of making a bamboo farm for fuel, but we still need actual wood for like floors and stuff. So we can do that here. I'm just going to move some of these torches, I think. And then we can set this up. Now, these won't grow naturally next to each other. We need to use bone meal, which I do have. There we go. Dump that out. Take some of this. And I'll just, I don't know. There. And so, in theory, you're going to want to move, man. You're going to get suffocated. There we go. And that didn't break anything. Good. I should just be able to make a big row of spruce. Go, just kind of dig out behind there for a sec. But we have, there you go, dude. Didn't mean to trap you in there, but I warned everybody to get out of the way. But there, now we have a bunch of indoor trees. And on this side, we're gonna put the pumpkin and melon farm, I think. Oh. Later, man. He lives out there now. All right. Well, I think I just found next week's short. He just decided he wanted to leave and kind of took off. Okay. So now, unfortunately, I need to move all this. You know what I could do? There we go. It's not the cleanest solution, but it'll do. Why are you... Stop. I swear, mob mechanics are just getting worse and worse. So we'll just break it. Why? Like, go away. Like, I'm trying to let them, like, you know, have free range to run around, but if they're just gonna do that... There. Dump that. We'll fill up these chests. There we go. So they can just kind of live in the middle for now. There. That actually worked out perfect. As long as everybody doesn't keep doing stuff. Yeah. We can toss all this in. There we go. Yeah, great, Facebook. Appreciate it. Okay. So the next farm I need to start is hopefully the pumpkin and melon farms. And the reason we're doing that is because we have two villagers that are farmers that were both cured by zombies, so they actually give us really good trades on melons and pumpkins. And these guys are driving me insane, so I think I'm actually going to make a quick pen and throw them all in. You know, they can join the Pen 15 club and get under my hair. Do that. And which of you has a crafting table? Thank you. We need fences. Alright guys, you're getting put in the corner. You're in timeout. Alright, where are all these skeleton horses? So one can go here. Yeah, thankfully that cat is still alive. He's just kind of floating up there, but you should leave a block by the fence so the villagers will get out of your face too. True. That is an option. That's the thing, like the villagers shouldn't even be here. Wow, that one jumped actually pretty high. That is like decent stats. Here, let me do a little animal roundup right now. There. So I can quickly trap them in there. As for these idiots, Let's see what I have on me. Can I do something to... There. Give me those back. There. Okay, so now that the villagers are back to normal... They won't leave necessarily, but they should stay out of my way for the most part. Let's go to bed. And I do actually want to... Oh, maybe it's not nighttime yet. I do want to check and see how much bamboo we've gotten after we emptied it. It's pretty good, actually. It almost filled up completely again. So here, let me dump that in. How are we looking here? Those ones are still empty. That actually stopped. I'm assuming a villager got into it. That's the assumption I'm making because it's happening right in front of me. Okay, we need to get you guys out of here. My guy. There. Stay out. Here. We'll do that. That way they can't get in. And I don't think they can get in that side either. Okay. Right. I need to repair my pickaxe. Peter picked a pickaxe to place pleasantly per... I don't know. Trying to go for some alliteration, but didn't work out. Right. You don't know what's happening with your block. But what we can do now is hopefully fix that. There. He finally... Are you finally recognizing this as your block? Are you finally going to let me trade to you again? I hope so. What about you? You were stocked already. Look at you go. And we're actually almost back up to level 30, which is great. Means we can start enchanting again. There we go. I don't know why that doesn't seem to be repairing, but... Does this not have mending on it? Oh! I didn't put mending on that pickaxe yet. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, let's go do that. Sorry, I didn't even notice. We need to go find our librarian. What's up, homie? Thank you. I don't even have an anvil on me. Which I usually do. Here, where is Rich Boy? Glad we caught that. I didn't even realize. Yeah, there we go. Almost lost my pickaxe. Huh? Huh? Uh-huh. Thank you, sir. Oh, what? Did Jeeves get solid? Is he, like, stuck? Oh, no, Jeeves! He shut down! The homie! Actually, here. Can you... Jeeves. Our homie. Ah, he's back to YMCA. Hey, there we go. I didn't have to use a name tag on him. Creative problem solving. Okay. So the pickaxe is sort of repaired. We got silk touch. Do you have bending on you? Yeah, you do. Okay. I kind of like this sword. I want to keep it. I usually use an axe for like PvP and stuff, or like PvE. Sir, actually, sir. There we go. Rich boy is back in action. Okay, so we need blocks to use for. Well, we need a lot of things actually. We need cobblestone, but we need cobbled deep slate might actually be the block to use. We do actually have a lot of tough again as well. So maybe I'll use tough. Yeah, I'll use tough. And then let's see here. Kind of toss that in here. How am I for redstone actually? Getting a little bit low on redstone, actually. So... Okay, well... we don't need much for these farms. These farms are actually, like, pretty straightforward. So I think what I need to do is make a bunch of observers, but I have no cobblestone. And that's what's really kind of screwing me over here, is I don't have cobble. I know you can probably use cobbled deep slate and like granite and stuff, but not entirely sure. So let's head out. And I also want to somehow make some kind of fish farm as well, because it seems like we're going to have a bunch of cats down here. So it'd be nice to be able to get some fish for them. For everyone who's worried that I just, sold a bunch of iron, we're good. Like, it didn't even make a dent. Yeah, like, we're more than fine. In fact, there. What up, Gilfor? You just hanging out? Having a good time? Dude's like, where am I, bro? I don't know why Gilmore is all of a sudden a stoner, but I'm not mad at it. I just sort of decided it during one of the streams like a while back. He looked like he just needed some Doritos. Here, let's do this by 11. Let's do this, because at the very least, then maybe we'll find diamonds along the way. Here. There. Do Y11, maybe we'll find some diamonds, but at the very least, even if we don't find diamonds, we might get lucky and find some redstone. This cave is just awful for digging through, though. Like, if anything, I'm finding everything but cobblestone. But we'll do this. We'll get a bunch of cobble, and I want to start putting away emeralds, but we really need redstone right now. So if I don't find any right now, I might actually have to go buy it, which isn't the end of the world, but it's just another thing that I have to spend emeralds on. Yeah, Jesus Christ. What's with this cave? Like, we're pretty far underground, too. Like, we're at Deep Slate. Usually I'd be jumping for joy, like, yeah, there's a cave at Deep Slate, great. But, because, like, you know, exposed diamonds and whatever. There's actually some redstone over there, but that's not convenient enough for me to want to go get it. Well, no. Screw it. I'm getting too picky now. But yeah, no, like, normally I'd be like, yeah, this is a great cave, but for what I need right now, it's really not. Okay. Get some iron. I just got a picture from one of my siblings showing my nibbling using the birthday present I got them this past weekend. Or, well, my wife and I got them. And apparently they are obsessed with it and really, really enjoying it, so I'm glad. Here, let's... Always need more coal. Even though we have a new infinite source of fuel, it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, what the heck? Like, this is, like, totally the reason why I want to make another mine, because, like, this is driving me nuts. Yeah, like, that's an open cave. Like, what the heck? You know what? It might actually be time to make a new mine, because, like, I hate this cave. Here, how much cobble did I get? I got a stack. That's, like, not nearly enough. Here, I'll grab this, too. Grab it for the memes. There. Okay. So let's head... Like, I feel bad abandoning this mine because it's the first one we started, but, like, it's just driving me insane. Like, no matter where I go, it's just cave. Maybe I'll start one in this big redstone room here. Actually, does that... Maybe that can be the reason we have this room. Hang on. Because, like, I have the cow floor, but there's also... Because we have the enchanting table, we have cows, and then there's this. And I didn't know what to do with this, but maybe we can start the mine here. As weird as that sounds. Maybe I can start it, like, here. We'll make, like, the entrance for it here. We can start it here, and then... Hopefully this goes into a big enough sort of ditch. Yeah. Let's try it out. So I don't really want it to be 4 wide, so I'll go back and make that look pretty later. But right now, here, I'll even... There. When I put stairs in, it needs to be to there, I think. Still want to let water in, but I think we'll be okay. If I do that and that. Yeah. There we go. So, I'm just setting up the framework for it. I'm not going to full on do it right now, but the main goal right now is to get cobble. So, of course, I'm getting, like, a butt ton of andesite instead. Holy cow, like, everyone is trying to get a hold of me right now. Like, it's not even like people messaging me. It's just like notifications like, oh, this person made a post. This person made a post. I got an email about this job, potential job that you're not qualified for. Like, I don't know why it keeps sending me jobs or it's like, oh, you may be interested in this. It's like, yeah, I'm interested in it, but it doesn't really help me. Like, I'm not qualified for it. And then, like, some people would argue, oh, we'll just apply for it anyways. But, like, every time I do that, I just get rejected. Like, companies aren't stupid. Like, they know what they're looking for. You know, there's that old adage where it's like, you miss 100% of the shots you don't make. Like, make sure you know, go for everything. But when you do that, and then, you know, it's a company that eventually has a position for you, where it's like, yeah, like, you qualify for this one, but you had wasted our time by applying to this other job that you knew you weren't qualified for, so why would we give you this job if we know you're just going to waste our time? You got to kind of look at it that way, too. So, I don't know. The important thing, though, is that we are finally getting a decent amount of cobble. And we will have a mine that doesn't just automatically break into a giant cave. At least that's the idea. Right now, it appears to be trying to go into the water. We're actually really close to deep slate. Didn't realize. Oh, there's some glow squid down here. How do I hear a zombie? Okay. Not really sure where they are, but I guess we'll figure it out when we get there. Yeah, this actually kind of sucks too. I just wanted cobblestone. Why is this turning into such a freaking... Okay. Stay cool. Okay. Ow. Fire hot. Okay. Let's fill this all in. I can hopefully use my sponge and just go... Because we do actually have sponge now, albeit only 3 pieces of it. But I'd rather 3 pieces than no pieces. Here. You... There. Fill all this in. You know, eventually we'll make it look nicer, but I'm just on a different mission right now. Here we go. Oh, homie, you're not gonna like the result of this. Get out of my house! Get out! Get out! Get out! Go! 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 Get out! Get out! Get out! Get out! Okay. There. Alright. Did that leave me with a lot of cobble? I mean, it left me with some. It can at least get me started. There we go. It's not the best mine in the world, but it's mine. Wet sponge. I don't have a normal furnace anymore. I don't have any iron on me. Here, let's Dry out the sponge. One sponge. There we go. Who lives in a fishbowl under the sea? Stein, Bob, Round Pants. Here we go. There. Perfect. There. Quick and painless. And I still have some torches. That should be fine. Yeah, like I even hear a bat down here. It means there's a cave. I just don't understand why or where. Oh. Well, I found it. Sure. We're just going to ignore that. Let's go and make some observers. We'll make some observers. We'll plant some pumpkin. You know, a couple days late from Halloween, but that's okay. Just tidy this up a little bit. We'll get some, like, better stairs. We just hit day 180 as well, guys. So we're actually really close to hitting day 200, which will actually get us, you know, within range of season 2. So someone in the chat this morning actually, they watched over the weekend and they watched all of season 1. So now they're getting caught up. So shout out to that guy. But right now, I'm hoping that we can get, you know, pretty far into season 3. And is that all the villagers out of here? Did they finally figure out how to get out? Thank God. Yeah, no, I'm hoping that, you know, I'm hoping that season 3 never ends. That's, you know, I think that's the goal of any hardcore file, but it's going pretty well. And we haven't gone on too many adventures that could kill us, so we'll see. Okay, I need a bunch of these. We'll make 20 for now. And we have all these trees growing, so I can get wood from that, so not too worried about that. What I mainly need to do, though, is get pumpkins and melons. So I left a 3-wide gap here on purpose so that 1, 2, 3. Basically, when I'm done building the farm, I want to have like a little pathway through so that if this does get kind of cluttered, we have like a definitive sort of pathway. So, I'm just trying to remember how I built these. I have to watch my own short, to be honest. I think it was every other block needed an observer, and then you put a piston. let's do row of them like that. And I don't think I had any pistons built. No, it doesn't look like it. Let's see if I have the stuff on me to build one. I guess not. I need dirt or wood, sorry. So let's take down one of these trees. And it's probably not enough, but I just want to see if we can do a little test just like before with the other farm. Oh, well, it's 23 actually. It's quite a bit. So here, actually, maybe I'll start it on a piston. Yeah, I think it'll work out better that way. As much as I don't want to do it like that right now. Here. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that should work. Oops. Gotta love placing observers. It's always such a pain. Yeah, I guess that's how it kind of has to go. Okay. And then I believe it's you put a solid block behind this. And then redstone, I think. Yeah, so when the plant changes, it breaks both blocks. So what we need to do now is, it doesn't need to all be dirt, but I'm going to do it like that anyways. And I actually said I was going to use tough for that, so let me grab some tough. And there we go. And we can throw down our redstone. Oops. There. And then I should have dirt kicking around in this chest. Yep. Great. And guess I'll just throw torches down because that's all I really can do. Okay, so let me go grab some seeds. And we can get some pumpkins growing, which I should have a bunch of. There. So, oh, I need to use my diamond hoe. There we go. And I just want to see, do I have coal on me? I do. There. Give me some torches. It's because it's getting a little dark behind here. Oh, because it's close enough to this water. That's actually really good. That should mean that all of these will hopefully work. And I don't know, I think I have a little bit of bone meal left. If I can find it. Here's some, but that's what I was looking for. Okay. Oh, that was fast. Just insta pumpkin. I think another one. There. Another one. Another one. Look at that, we can already sell a few. Perfect. So these are all working. I just want to make sure that all the farmland gets hydrated, because it seems like it needs to have a water source block. It needs to be within 4 blocks, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it should actually reach all of this. Yeah, it does. That is good news. I mean, I planned that 100%. I'm Minecraft genius. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Let's see here. Now, I want to collect the pumpkins and everything else after they fall. Could I... Yeah, because it looks like they're going to pop them out and they'll always jump forward, I think. Let's do a little test. Yeah, it's fine. I got lots of bone meal. It's kind of a waste, but whatever. So if I break this, yeah, it seems to want to push them forward every time, right? Because that's just kind of how the piston works. So if I make the collection here, it should be okay. It won't, like, trap any behind here. So let me... Such a tiny hitbox. Yeah. That can sometimes happen where it shoots backwards, but we can do stuff to prevent that. Okay. So basically I need to make the row of glass here, which I actually don't know how much glass I have right now. Not a lot. But we can make it go here, which means my little pathway that I want to be 3 wide is going to go here. Sure. So what we can do is sort of dig this out. I really wish I had ice. Ice would actually make this a lot easier. There we go. And let me grab a couple logs because I want to do something. Make it look a little fancier. There. Looks okay. This is 1, 2, 3, so maybe I'll take out the last one. Something like that. There. Make things look kind of pretty. Alright, let's take this last bit down. It's so nice that we don't have to go all the way to the shore to get wood now. This is technically faster too, even though it may not look like it. Great. I wish we had a means of making bone meal. Maybe I'll do a like a kelp farm or something. They're not very fast, so that's why I've been kind of like, I don't really want to. But there. And then we need to make a way. So it's going to be kind of a pain, but basically what needs to happen is all of the items that come out of here need to get sorted. And they need to connect in right there. And there's a couple ways I can go about it. I can either, you know, go through on top of this and do it all behind here, which is kind of the way I thought to do it. But I can also just shoot all this stuff to the surface and have it go above this glass and into it on the outside through where the mob spawner is. Because the mob spawner is going to get moved. So I'm trying to think like what the best way to go about this is. I don't hate the way I have it right now though. Okay. Let me see here. Do I still have like rails and stuff? Powered rails, couple. Yeah, here, let's... It's gonna be kind of weird, but it should still grab everything. Yeah, we need to do a powered one here and at the other end. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Iron, and we need some sticks. Rails. Grab a couple of those. And we need to make a couple of powered rails, which I'm actually really low on gold right now, so we need to be mindful of that. There. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I guess. 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know I can probably go further than that, but yeah, that's fine. We'll do it like this. There, just to give it a bit of a boost. Yep. And then we can... See, this is great, because now I actually have materials to, like, do things. That's what was kind of slowing me down before. So what we can do now is make a chest. We can do some hopper action. You know, minecart hopper to collect everything. There we go. And I'll drop that down. You know, drop it like it's hot. And I thought I had some redstone torches still. Yeah, I do. Oh, I need 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. So let's dig down just to hide them. And okay, not what I wanted to do, but sure. I know, puppos. Don't worry. We'll have pumpkins soon. Bear with me here. I know you're excited. So those are both powered. And we can power this guy. And last but not least, we can get underneath here. This one's on gravel. That's annoying. Oh, actually, I might be able to do the trick. Dang. There's a chance that if you're quick enough, it won't fall. There. So now, this should go back and forth. Is this one not powered? Did I not get this one? Oh. Whoops. Sticks. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will hurt my feelings. Yeah, that should work. Oh, I missed it. There we go. So yeah, this will hopefully go back and forth and collect everything. And I just want to do a quick test. Oh, look at that, we're already up to 10 pumpkins. Yeah, so if I do one like here, will it grab it? No. What if I do one like there? Guess we'll have to wait and see. But I think it'll be okay. I think that there was some glass cooking, so I should be able to go over here and grab it. Unless for whatever reason it stopped. No. Just didn't have enough stuff to cook, apparently. Here, let me... As much as this is annoying... There, get that. Toss it in here. There. Oh wow, this is going quite well, actually. Let me... You know, eventually we won't have to do this anymore, but for now, we can manually grab all this. I don't know why you villagers are insisting on coming over here, but... There. That should fuel quite a bit. There we go. Eventually what I can do is I can throw in like coal blocks or something, and that'll create a bit of a buffer so that it can get caught up and eventually fill all of them. But for now, let's see, we can head over here and, you know, do the glass. Yeah, this needs to not be like that. Pumpkin time. Okay. I really need to do groceries, but I just really don't want to right now. It's like the one thing I have to do today that is like, I should definitely do it because I well, I can technically do it tomorrow. It'd be less convenient tomorrow. Alrighty. Bro, your wife is watching. I mean, she was earlier. I don't know if she still is, but she definitely was. Oh, my wife's, she's getting a tattoo tomorrow, so if I want time to chill out tomorrow during the day before we go and sit and do that for a couple hours, then I need to, get it done today, and I need to grab some, fancy soap, although I technically don't even need to do that anymore, because I guess there's a Shoppers Drug Mart, like, right by it, so... Okay. Let's see here. So we got pumpkins going for now. I do want to see it work, but it's kind of boring sitting here and watching it. So I'm hoping that I can watch this thing pick it up so I know for sure it's working. And now. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll know it's working if it picks them up, but there was already a few in it, so it should be fine. Okay. I know, puppy's here. There's one. So that's working. This is working. The next step is to essentially do the same thing on top, but it'll be for melons. What time is it right now? Yeah, it's fair. Let's see if it grabbed anyone I wasn't looking. Oh, yeah, it did. Great. So here, let's go sell some pumpkins, and we can actually repair our pickaxe. Or, not pickaxe, regular axe. But I think we're finally at a point where we're pretty self-sustaining. Great. And you should also buy them for one. Awesome. So I'm not going to clear my inventory out right now, but I do need to do a bit of sorting later. Here, I can use Jeeves to kind of start the process a little bit. Here, Jeeves, you're going to get confused by a lot of this, but it's something at the very least. There, hopefully he can figure it out. Here, I do want to do that, because he's already getting confused. There. So yeah, what's that? We got the bamboo farm. We got some trees growing, which I sort of just want to take down right now, just so we have wood. There we go. That's good. Stein's wife joins the chat. Okay, there we go. Just kind of open up the area a little bit, get some of these leaves out of the way. But there we go. We have, I think between all of our farms and iron and everything, we are pretty good on emeralds. Let me just take that. Where is... I gotta just put them all away or something. Must have given the Jeeves. There we go. Let's see, what else do we have? I guess I technically need to breed more villagers. So let me... Here, I'm going to throw down 3 more beds. And I can use the emeralds I just bought, actually, to buy bread from these guys if they sell it. You don't sell bread, actually. Do you? Huh? No. Surprisingly enough. Okay. Let me see where we're at for wheat. Oh, I got a bunch of pumpkins in here. Here, let me grab a bit of the wheat from here. And we can make some bread out of it, and then we can use it to make a few more villagers. I think what's going to happen is we're going to continue the redstone next stream. And, you know, we're pretty much there. Like, I basically just need to build the same thing that I did this stream just over again. One for sugarcane, and then I also need to do one for melons. And because they stack on top of each other, so I was just going to do, like, 2 stacks of each. Just kind of get the same thing, you know? And then after that, it's going to be the process of getting hoppers to connect everything. Which that's going to be kind of tricky. I might have to look up how to do like auto crafters and stuff to get that going. But how much wheat do we get? Yeah, we got almost 100 wheat. So I'll make like what, 20 bread, so that's what, 5 villagers we can breed, something like that. Why am I going this way? I almost do want to make another way to get here from over there, like just open up that area, but until I get everything sorted out and like where everything else needs to be, I don't want to do it yet. It's just going to make it kind of cluttered, but here we go. We can... There. Everybody's just gonna wake up. Wake up! Why don't you put a little makeup? There. Sir, this is not your bed. Stop trying. There we go. Awesome. Actually, oh yeah, they're just going at it already. So we'll have a few baby villagers running around, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Let's see where my short I posted is at. It's almost at 8,000 views, so that's actually really good for me. Where are we at for subscribers? 4909 as well. So it looks like I do know how to do this YouTube thing a little bit. slowly figuring it out. Just kind of patch this up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, no, my inventory is very much getting out of control. There we go. Throw some money in my wallet. I wish one of my farmers sold bread, but not the end of the world. There we go. Honestly, I could even set up hoppers around here to catch all the saplings that fall down. That wouldn't even be the worst idea. I have the wood and iron to do it too. Here, let me... It's just frustrating because like I kind of need everything I have on me. Minecraft's like, they gotta make a backpack or something, like a better way to hold things. Like the bundle is fine, but I feel like there's something else they could do. Take some of those bad boys, and where's all my gear? Where are we at? I mean, that kind of needs repaired. That definitely needs repaired. Sell a few pumpkins. I can even start putting away emeralds now. What's up, dude? Thank you. And thank you. And did you just restock? Look at you go. Keeping the returning customers. Great. Starting to get there, guys. We're getting pretty established now. I think the main thing is we need to make the nether hub. That's kind of in the back of my mind that still needs done. We also need leads, honestly. But we're doing pretty okay. Here, let me get some emerald blocks. There we go. Start keeping blocks on me instead. You know, big spender. And yeah, basically I need to double this so it'll do double pumpkins, and then also I have enough room to do double melons on top of it. This is already working fantastic. What else do we need? We need sugarcane farm. And I believe there's a couple other redstone ones. I wouldn't mind making a cactus farm once we get cactus as well. Cactus is good for getting experience. You just smelt it into lime green. And as long as you have an infinite fuel source, you can just let it just constantly cook. And when you need XP, you can just flip one of these levers and take it. I don't know why that stopped. So let's get it going again. That's strange. But, oh yeah, there we go. How are we doing for glass? Pretty good, actually. A couple stacks. And for now, as long as there's no one stuck back here. This one's still moving, that one's still moving. Just before any baby villagers get stuck back here, I'm gonna do this. Here, I need to use glass. Whatever. Yeah. There. That still works. Just so we don't get any villagers stuck back there right now. Okay, that's filling up. That's great. Let me pop that in. There we go. So the only one that's not really getting any is the end one, but once that one does start cooking, then we'll be in good shape. And we have lots of new villagers, which is good. Thankfully, we're not just constantly spawning iron golems. That was like a real problem. I was like, man, if that happens... Right, what's he trying to do right now? Redstone. Gotcha. Let him kind of figure that out. Move this right now, too. I'll move all the cluttered BS into one room, so I can just deal with it all at once tomorrow. There we go. And I'm gonna grab all this coal here, and I'm gonna throw it in the fuel chest or the smelter, because that'll hopefully help it kind of get caught up and start building a backlog of fuel. Kind of like what I was talking about earlier. Just need to put, you know, something that's a better fuel source in. I'll even do it with these. There we go. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. I think the problem is I'm trying to do like way too many things at once right now. Actually, I do want to keep that. We do have these prismarine lamps too as well. I wouldn't mind going back to the ocean monument and starting to take a bunch of those, because now we don't get mining fatigue. I killed all the guardians during the Halloween stream. So I could go back and steal all the sea lanterns as well, just to give us a bit more of a modern look. But yeah, I think we're well on our way. Heck, even just this pumpkin farm is like already fueling me. We already have, I think we have more emeralds now than we've had like this entire like run. What are you doing? What is that? Redstone, you'll figure it out. So yeah, let's... Thank you, sir. And thank you, sir. There. It's probably the most repaired all my gear has been in a while. Sad as it is to say. I'll keep the boat on me. And throw this in here. Okay. Part of me is wondering if I'm going to need to make more of a bamboo farm, but I think it should be okay. I'm hoping once it starts like backlogging a bunch of the fuel that I won't have to care as much about it, because like that's a pretty big bamboo farm. Like once it starts turning into planks and like slabs and stuff, I think it'll be fine. Yeah, like this is pretty good. That's a lot of children, holy. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do some villager things like sooner than later, because that's gonna start getting out of hand real quick. Another thing I want to do, I can't necessarily do it here, but we need a way to get the skeleton horses outside, so I'm sort of wondering if maybe we go here and make like a little exit way out. Give them their own little pathway out into the ocean so we can use them to run over and grab sand quickly. I don't know. But I think I'm probably going to wrap it up there for today. Try and convince myself that I can go get groceries. Oh, jeez. Pretty tired today. Time change is always such a weird time. Like, we technically gained an hour from how the time change worked, but it really doesn't feel like it. Because like technically right now it'd be 10:30, but it's only 9:30. But you know, it is what it is. Anyways, guys, I'm going to end the stream there. Shout out to everybody who checked out the short and left a like on it. That really helped out. I don't know where it's at now. I just checked it a few minutes ago and it was at like 7,500 views. So that's pretty good for a short that doesn't use any outside music and isn't just like a tutorial or copying something. That's actually probably my best short I've ever done by that logic. So hopefully it brings in some new people for the stream and you guys are enjoying it. I know a few people are kind of getting us caught up on seasons 1 through 2 right now. But yeah, no, I hope everyone's having fun. Yeah, next stream we're going to continue doing a bit of the redstone and potentially going back to the ocean monument. I'm not sure yet. That place still kind of sketches me out even though the guardians are gone. But there is a bunch of gold in the center, and I used all my gold early on to sell for emeralds, so it'd be a good way to kind of restock. It's just like a guaranteed little pocket of like gold blocks. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I could also start working on the nether hub, depending on how fast I can get through all the farms in here. I'm going to have to organize all this stuff behind me, unfortunately, so that's going to take a couple minutes. But yeah, we'll see. But anyways, guys, thanks for checking out the stream. I really appreciate it. And again, hope you guys have a good day. Hope you're having fun. Make sure you check out the Discord. The link is in the chat in both Twitch and YouTube. So just at the top there, the pinned comment. And yeah, I hope you have a good day. And I will see you in tomorrow's stream. Probably about the same time, maybe a little earlier. We'll see. Just kind of depends on when I get up and how fast I get things moving for, you know, making my wife's tea and whatever. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. So take care.